In this lesson, we're going to look at adding and subtracting rational expressions. So remember that rational just means that they are fractions. And when we add or subtract fractions, we have to have a common denominator. Then we can perform the operation, add or subtract, and then we can cancel and simplify as we've been doing in other lessons. Let's look at some examples. In this first one, you can see that we have our common denominator. And so I'm going to go ahead and just copy that down here. Y squared minus 9 is in both of them. And then we can combine our numerators. So we have y squared plus 8y plus 2y plus 21. So now we can combine like terms. I think I'm actually going to move that down here. Let's go ahead and combine our like terms. So we have y squared plus 10y plus 21 divided by y squared minus 9. And now we need to factor and see if we can cancel out any of our factors. So the numerator is going to be y plus 7 and y plus 3, so that when we FOIL, we get the trinomial. The denominator is a difference of squares, so that's going to be y plus 3 and y minus 3. And then we can see that the y plus 3 cancels, and we're left with y plus 7 over y minus 3. Okay. In the next example, same thing, except now we have subtraction. So we're going to keep the denominator exactly the same, and we're going to combine the numerator, but remember you have to distribute that negative to the entire numerator. So we would have n squared plus 3n minus 7, and now I'm going to subtract minus n minus 1. And now we can combine like terms, n squared plus 2n minus 8 all over n squared plus n minus 6. And we can factor. So we should get n plus 4 and an n minus 2 all over an n plus 3 and minus 2. The n minus 2 will cancel in both, and we have n plus 4 over n plus 3. If you simplify and your answer, you notice that you have more that you can factor out, you can just factor again and just keep doing that until you get to a completely simplified answer. In this example, notice that we don't have common denominators. So we have to figure out what our LCD is. So in this case, m squared minus 4 is a difference of squares. So it's equal to m plus 2 times m minus 2. Okay, so I'm going to replace that. So I see over on this side, the denominator is missing the m plus 2. So I'm going to multiply the numerator and denominator both by that. And then I have common denominators. So now I have the same denominator. And so I will keep my m plus 2, m minus 2 in the denominator. And then we're just going to simplify the numerator. So m squared plus 5m plus 6. And now we have a plus sign, so we can just distribute a plus 2. So plus 2m plus 4. And we'll combine our like terms, m squared plus 7m plus 10 over m plus 2 times m minus 2. And this is going to factor to m plus 5 and m plus 2 over m plus 2 times m minus 2. Cancel those out, and we have m plus 5 over m minus 2. Okay, and again on this one, we need to figure out what our common lowest common denominator is. And so we're going to factor both of them, and then we just want to make sure that all the factors are in both. So this is going to actually be r times r plus 4. So if you notice, okay, our LCD is going to be, we have a 2 and an r outside, and then we have an r plus 4 in parentheses. So if we put them all together, that will be a common denominator. And so this left side is missing the r. So we're going to multiply r by the numerator and the denominator. And the numerator is missing 2. So we're going to multiply the denominator by 2 and the numerator on the right side. So we can go ahead and write out our denominator. It's going to be 2 times r plus 4. And then simplify the numerator. So we have r squared, and we have a minus sign, 16. So this is, again, the difference of squares. So it'll factor to r plus 4 and r minus 4, and then over our denominator of 2r times r plus 4. The r plus 4's will cancel, and we're left with r minus 4 over 2r. Okay, you can try to check your understanding